Now Jameis on second down. A dump off to Sims. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Who's the change?
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Winston with a give to Martin. A strong running. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down following the run. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Charles Sims, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Bortles now on first down. They set up the screen to Ivory. 10 yards on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Chris Ivory with his first carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
They come out here in the eye. Now Bortles throwing on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now a play fake. Bortles. He's got time in the pocket. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now fourth down. Here's Brad Nordman now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's taken it around the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Right at the 50, 1st and 10. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. One receiver to the left is Evans. Second down, Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll run here with Sims. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Bortles to throw on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Oh, Thomas unable to reel that one in. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. And the dreaded 3rd and long here for the offense. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, it's Bortles. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Chris Conte. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Winston. They set up the screen to Martin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
1st down and goal to go from the 7. Here's Martin. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They try again with Martin. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Now they run with Sims. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Buccaneer place kicker, Roberto Aguayo now. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach. But it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because
blitz coming, and down he goes. Robert Ayers in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. That one goes for 24 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Play now for Ivory. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Throwing now is Bortles. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's always a good play when you're able to bat a ball away or down, because if you actually tip it in the air, now the offense is getting a second shot at catching the football, or another receiver may come along and grab it out of the air and turn it into a big play. So if you make a play on the ball, make sure it's knocked away or down. Otherwise, there could be some jeopardy.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. The play clock's running down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Allen Robinson, 57 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And his kick is good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And there's a flag on the field. And out of bounds there on the kick. One receiver to the left is Evans. A first down throw for Winston. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I know I'm not in the rooting business, but I really like this kid, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. Good catch there. I'm just hoping he can stay on the field and have some good health.
And the Bucs hoping so, too. Limited to 16 games total his first 2 seasons combined.
He is quite a target for a young quarterback. Jameis Winston can grow with this guy, and boy, they can be a dynamic duo.
Jameis now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Drops it off to Martin. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
To throw is Winston. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. That one good for 15 and a first. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
One receiver to the left is Evans. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 on And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Winston trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Yards still left on second down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Bortles will try again on second down. And his throw here is incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. Throwing his Bortles on third down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you've got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. So after the INT, it's trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, Winston. A dump off to Sims. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike. but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
They go back to the air here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darryl Smith coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. To throw is Bortles. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gerald McCoy is always going to be linked with Ndamukong Suh. They came into the NFL in the same draft class, and there's a lot of debate about who was going to be the better defensive tackle. They just do it 2 different ways. McCoy, more movement, more elusiveness. That allowed him to make the play there for a short gain.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll give the Bucs a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have...
And Winston lost the football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 30. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
On second down, Ivory. And a short gain here down to the 22. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Bortles. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Now a play fake here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Toss. This is Ivory. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Chris Ivory, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And there's a flag on the play. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds.
Watch right.
One receiver to the left is Evans.
Ready, move ready.
A first down throw for Winston. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
First down, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They run. Martin fighting through. A gain of 3, second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. One receiver left, two to the right. Now Jameis on second down. This will be caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Lewis Murphy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So the D-line's going to spread out. One receiver left, three to the right. A final shot before half for Bortles. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of his first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Martin. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. They want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
One man on the backfield, that's Martin. On first and 10, Winston drops it off to Martin. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They run the counter with Martin. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They come out here in the eye. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. They Give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
From the gun, Winston. That's caught at the 3. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Luke Stocker taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Quan Alexander in there to bury him for a loss of 11. On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 50 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. This will be caught at about the 5. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down. They come out here in the eye. Chris Ivory trying to get to the outside. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Ivory, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now it's Adam Humphries on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a run with Martin. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
They come up in an offset eye. Second down, Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devon House. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Allen Hurns, 32 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The first down throw for Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Doug Martin, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Ready. Blue ready. I got it.
On second down, Winston again. They set up the screen to Martin. And now loose football. Fumble. Martin lost it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Bortles to throw on second down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On first down, this is Ivory. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Ivory, 39 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Back now in Tampa. One man on the backfield, that's Martin. And he'll get it up the middle. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that'll be good enough for a Tampa Bay first down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Robert Ayers in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And not a great punt here. Out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got some space here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. One receiver to the left is Evans. Winston on 3rd and 2. A dump off to Sims. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
First down, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
A second down throw for Winston. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Jameis again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And a pretty simple completion there underneath, but a successful one for the offense.
Partner, it doesn't have to be the big shots downfield all the time. Having that safety net underneath is a great thing for a quarterback.
Winston keeps it himself. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
They'll run for it with Martin. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th.
Brandon, my evil, reckless brother's on my shoulder screaming, go for it, but I just knocked him off. You can't do that here. Field goal's a chip shot. Take the points. No way you can let this possession end without getting some points.
Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold. And that one was dead center.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Really good, solid run right there, and they did it from a 4 wide receiver set. And if you're an offensive coordinator, they used to tell people, hey, we're going to throw the football. Now they use 4 receivers on the field to spread things out, give them more running lanes and more options. And also, it usually takes the bigger defenders off the field, makes the defense lighter and easier to run against.
He was looking for Chris Ivory that time. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back.
There we go now.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And he comes back with one complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover. And when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll run with Ivory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Shift together here from the D-line. Bortles to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Back to throw, Bortles. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. They'll run it. Here's Martin. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys on the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Evans has it left side. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Winston. Drops it off to Martin. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a 2nd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Six yards here to go for the offense on 2nd down. 1 man on the backfield. That's Martin. Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by his former FSU teammate Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And now out come the Jags. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. The target that time was Vincent Jackson, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
But depending on the team, they call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that second attempt. So second and 10 here. Bortles will try again on second down. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. A good pickup there of 22. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Now this time Bortles will throw. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught at the 25. A gain of 32 that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Here we go now.
The pitch comes to Ivory. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play. And it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. 28 toss was their bread and butter. This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
To throw is Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Jameis now on 1st down. Incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, Winston again. And complete over the middle, Seferian-Jenkins. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. They run with Martin. He's been busy tonight. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bucs a 1st down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. but it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guy's trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. And this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a gain of 5, and it's a second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to...
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Second down, Winston. Can't find anyone open. And a catch right side by Evans. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First and goal here from the 2. They'll run. Martin. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain, and it's second down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here in overtime, and we'll be back. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the I. Second and goal from the 1. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.
wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad.